But let me ask you this. Why would the IDF conduct a military operation while civilians sleep in their beds?
Isa, the IDF and Israel never deliberately attack civilians. We're targeting folks who are terrorists, who are shooting rockets at us. So as you correctly outlined, Islamic Jihad shot 100 rockets on Israeli cities. And yes, we retaliate and we fight back and we shoot the terrorists. Unfortunately, in Gaza, Islamic Jihad and Hamas, for that matter, have a way of working where they like to place the rocket launchers around, families, civilians, and that's a cynical way of operating.
Minister Bennett, I'm not sure if you heard the little clip we played before as you were probably getting set up. One lady was basically saying, we sleep during the day and we are awake at night, obviously fearful of these raids, nightly raids. We saw 5 women and 4 children killed. The IDF, from what I remember correctly, called it collateral. But this was a targeted operation. This is their words. Now, I've heard the argument often made that militants, and you hinted there, use civilians as human shields. But doesn't Israel have an obligation to work around those shields here?
Israel has an obligation to defend its people. What would you do, Isa, if your kids, would you allow them to be next to rocket launchers?
No, I wouldn't, but I wouldn't target civilians, sir. And this is my question to you.
Nobody's targeting civilians, Isa. Nobody is targeting civilians.
So are you accusing, Mr. Bennett, are you accusing those children of being part of this?
No, I'm accusing Islamic Jihad of murdering its own children by cynically shooting rockets at Israeli children, but surrounding their own weapons with civilians in Gaza. There is no method that is more cowardly than what they're doing, and shame on them. And I do suggest that they stop immediately killing their own children in this cynical method.
Right, but nightly raids when children and women are sleeping, that is not, I don't suppose, is a way to end this cycle of violence, is that?
Do you have any other suggestion how we should end the cycle of violence? What
so you're the politician.
Do if in London, exactly, and I think it's also very convenient to, sit in rooms around the world and criticize Israel, who's fighting to defend our people. And I'm not ashamed of that. I don't apologize for that. I'm proud to defend our people. I did it when I was in the military. Unfortunately, we're in an area where we have Hamas, Islamic Jihad. This time it's not Hamas, but we've got Islamic Jihad who wakes up and begins shooting at Israelis. What are we to do? So yes, we defend ourselves. And yes, we try and take out militants. We go to great lengths to protect lives of uninvolved. But yes, unfortunately, because of the way they are working, if we want to stop those terrorists, we have to shoot them. And they hide in a cowardly fashion.
Let's talk, Mr. Bennett, about mediation. I don't know if you heard our correspondent Hadass Gold reporting that we're hearing that the Egyptians are mediating here and they are engaging what they're calling, sir, intensive communication to bring calm to Gaza. Is there room, is there an appetite here for a ceasefire?
Yes, there is. We didn't seek this round. We don't seek any rounds for that matter. In fact, I'd like to remind the viewers that back in 2005, we evacuated the entire Gaza Strip of citizens, of military. We handed the keys to the PA, to the Fatah, and unfortunately it turned into a terror, hostile environment and entity that since then has been making our lives miserable. We've got no territorial claims in Gaza. We have no needs in Gaza. All we want is quiet, peace and quiet for our people. The day they decide to stop shooting rockets at Israel will be the day that there will be quiet.
Does this change, sir, if Hamas is involved? Because the IDF says that, it does not see Hamas firing rockets, but Hamas saying otherwise. Israel, meantime, said it's not interested in war. On the other hand, Netanyahu, Prime Minister Netanyahu, says Israel's ready to deliver harsh strikes. And he was saying, just in the last few minutes, our correspondent just said that, Hadass Gold, speaking in the last few minutes of the country, said the campaign is not over. So which is it?
The campaign isn't over because right as we're speaking right now, there's sirens in southern Israel because of the rockets being shot at us. At this point, we're not seeking any further operation, but at the same token, I'd say that if Islamic Jihad continues shooting or if Hamas gets involved, we'll hit back.
Let's turn, sir, now that I've got you here, to politics, if I may. I'm wondering how much this is offering Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu some sort of political reprieve. I ask this because I saw today that Jewish Power, a far-right party in Netanyahu's coalition government, said it would end its boycott of the government in response to these airstrikes.
I don't know. Israel doesn't go to operations for political reasons. While I might be critical of a government for one thing or another, I can assure you that all Israelis, right and left, support the Israeli military and the Israeli government on operations that are out to defend our own children. I can tell you that on my way over here, I got caught in sirens in the center of Israel. This is simply crazy, and we have to defend ourselves. We will defend ourselves, and we won't apologize for that.